A lot of talking heads talking about Sam going into the combine and then into the draft. You know him real well coming out of this town. What are some of the things that you can tell us about Sam that most people don't know about that young man who's done a fantastic job going from San Clemente to now a step away from the NFL?
I think the biggest thing about Sam is what you see is what you get. From the time he was here at San Clemente High School, the time he's at USC, and now one of the top NFL prospects, is that he's a guy that he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's not big on social media, not big on, when he was in high school, wasn't big on rankings and stars and 7-on-7 teams. He was about just representing the school and representing the high school, and played basketball and played football here and had a great career here, three-time MVP in multiple sports, and went on to USC and did the exact same thing. I think that's something that he's kind of a throwback old school guy where it's not about his ego, he's not about ruffling feathers or causing issues. He's a guy who leads in the locker room, leads on the field, and anybody that runs into him, whether it's a high school, college level, and even opposing coaches, they just rave about his demeanor and his character and the type of person that he is. I think he's a born leader who makes everybody around him better. I think that's a knack that a lot of people don't have, and Sam's one of those guys that has that. I remember after the Rose Bowl game, it was a great game 2 years ago, I got 2 texts from Penn State coaches saying, hey, I didn't get a chance to see Sam after the game, but that was a heck of a performance by him. And to me, that's a tribute of respect for the type of kid that he is, and everybody's run into him, from my kids who are 8, 7, 6, 5, and so forth, and the adults that run into Sam. He's nothing but a genuine kid that I think is kind of lacking in today's society.
And I know one of the things about all your kids here that have gone to the next level, they come back, they stay connected to your program. Sam seems to have done the same thing. What is it that makes these kids want to still be a part of San Clemente, no matter, why do they want to be part of SC here and SC there, for example?
I think it's a special place with special people. These kids grow up together. Our motto is one town, one team, and these kids grow up together from the time they're 6, 7 years old, from elementary school to junior high, and they play together. And I remember one time a Pac-12 recruiter told me they love recruiting San Clemente athletes because they know what it's like to lead a community, lead a team, and lead a program. And we're the only high school in town, and so those kids are kind of mini celebrities in our neck of the woods, and they go on to USC and go on to Utah and Boise State and Stanford and so forth, and they kind of keep that same mantra going. I'm a firm believer in our kids. We talk about you represent your school, represent community, but most of all, you represent your last name. It starts at home. Some great parents and our coaches do a great job working with the kids. But at the end of the day, it's the kids and the parents who deserve all the credit, and a town that supports them. Sam is what we call a hometown hero around here, and we're excited to see what happens in April leading up to the draft.
I was just going to say, I know you're going to get the opportunity to go and be there on that big day. Tell me how happy that makes you, how proud it makes you. What's that going to be like for you guys?
It's a great experience, to have Sam be one of the top prospects and go through that process. I had the opportunity to go watch his. He did a little mini pro day combine last week, and then he's heading to Indianapolis today. And I think it's for our community. I'm a firm believer that we celebrate our athletes' success. Whether they're doctors, custodians, whatever their job title may be. And Sam has an opportunity to live his dream and did a great career at USC. Now he's going on to the NFL and taking that next step. But like I said from the very beginning, coaches, in my opinion, sometimes coaches try and take credit, or 7-on-7, or recruiters or whoever it may be, and at the end of the day, I think it's the kid and the parents. That's where it starts and ends, and we're excited to kind of be part of that journey and enjoy it with them.
And you'll be there with him on draft day.
Yes, sir.
And
yeah, it's going to be quite an experience, but I know myself and Coach Helton will be going, so we'll be talking ball probably here and there, and it's going to be a great experience with the family.
When you do get Sam to come back here, what are the things that you guys talk about? Is it back in the day, what it was like then? Is it future, what it is in the here and now? What do you guys chat about?
Just, honestly, we really don't talk a whole lot about football. Just, how things going. I always tell him to kind of get rest and relax. I think he's always on the go, always doing things. And he came back here a couple weeks ago. We had ESPN here doing some interviews, and we've made some changes in our building structure here and got a brand new building. There used to be a basketball court, and he was blown away by that. And little things like that. But really, it's just about just how you doing, how's everything going. Even like last Saturday, he's at that combine. He's being surrounded by people, and I think it's important just kind of give him a space and let him do his thing, and give him a little bit of love and wish him well. I think a lot of times people always want to talk football, want to talk about the draft, want to talk about all these NFL teams, and majority of the time Sam just wants to be able to grab a sandwich and relax and enjoy beautiful San Clemente.
I think one time you told me that you really saw his basketball skills when he was under center. And it made me think as I watched him through his his collegiate career and making those kind of plays on the run. Could you explain that to people, why you think that sport helped him so much as a quarterback?
I think for numerous reasons. I think just the ability to be on the basketball court and make those quick decisions, and make those passes, and the different things that happen during the ebb and flow of a basketball game helps him. And from that standpoint, from a pure athletic standpoint, then the second thing is, his junior year, he only played 2.5 games, and when he broke his foot, he was out the rest of the year. And so, Sam and his parents and I sat down and had a discussion about how we could market him and get him, because I felt he was a major Division I prospect. And we took some of his basketball highlights. We had his football highlights from sophomore and junior year, limited film. We also included basketball highlights when you see a kid dunking, shooting threes, blocking shots, making those passes. It showed his athleticism. And a couple college recruiters actually went to his basketball games. And I told them, I go, he's the best athlete on the field. He's the best athlete in the basketball court. And I think that helped him because you saw his competitiveness, you saw his athleticism, and his ability to be that multi-sport athlete. And along, here in Orange County, he was the Orange County Register Athlete of the Year, senior year. It just cements his legacy here at San Clemente High School.
And how exciting is it for you, as just a guy that loves the sport of high school football, to know that the top two quarterbacks that are being talked about all the time are literally from about 30 miles apart?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's from Josh and Sam, they're both local legends at their high school and also at the college level, and they're about, again, 20, 30 miles apart, kind of going through the same experiences, different things in which they do things, when it's all said and done. But having two kids in this area is a pretty great thing for the NFL and also for our Southern California.